Hey everybody, welcome back to that Flight Sim channel. This is Captain Flako speaking, and in today's video we are going to continue our tutorial series on the Vision Jet G2. In the first video, I'm hoping you guys already watched it, but if you haven't, I'll link it here. But in the first video, it goes over the whole walk around of the aircraft. What are we looking for? Why are we looking at these things? And if you did that already, then you are ready to start your pre-engine start checklist and continue to start the aircraft and so forth. So with that being said, we're just going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and walk up to the aircraft here. And one thing I will recommend to do, guys, is go ahead and remove those chocks. So when you taxi, you are ready to go. So let's go ahead and walk up these steps and go into the cockpit. Here we go. All right, guys, once in the cockpit, as you can see, our pre-flight inspection is complete. There's the door closing behind us. Beautiful. All right, so pre-flight inspection is complete. We're going to check our parking brake, make sure it is set as required. So let's go ahead and click the look here. And if you see this, our parking brake here is kind of like a car. If it's pulled out just like that, it is set. If it's pushed in, it is released. So we're going to show you what release looks like. There you go. That's released. You'll see the pedals move and set. The pedals move forward. So parking brake is set. So we're good there. Let's go ahead and click that. And then we're going to turn on our battery switches. And very nice on this aircraft. All the switches are pretty much up here. So battery 1 is on, battery 2 is on, so that's good to go. And then we're going to turn on generator switches, which are right next to it. Gen 1, Gen 2 on. There you go. That's your before starting engines checklist on the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 checklist. Very easy. We're going to go ahead and continue to our start engine checklist. So we're going to make sure our strobe lights are on. As you can see, everything is right here. We're going to click it on. Strobe lights on. Check. We're going to make sure that our cast messages don't show anything crazy, abnormal. So if you don't know what your cast message little window is, you're going to click it here, and they're highlighted in blue is your cast messages. So everything that's showing off there is showing things that we're going to set or take care of once we start the aircraft. So cast messages are good. Thrust levels are set to idle. Make sure our thrust level is set to idle. So there it is in idle. Beautiful. Thrust level lever set to idle. Good. Brakes. We're going to hold the brake. So we're going to go back to our brakes over here. We're going to release our parking brake. And then we're just going to make sure that our brakes work. Beautiful. Just so. And we're going to turn parking brake. And you'll see that the cast message will show that our parking brake is set there. Continuing on. Brakes. Good. Engine knob, we're going to set that to the run position. So that to run. Go. Engine knob, good. Fuel pump, verify the fuel pump is on with the fuel pump on cast message. So we're going to look at our cast message and it should tell us, hey, your fuel pump is on. Good. That's what we're looking for. And now we're going to press the engine button while the engine knob is set to run to start the engine. Very easy, guys. It's out of the way and just hit engine start. Like that. So our engine is starting. We're going to check our engine instruments. Start engine instruments monitor here. As you can see, our generators are kicking on. N1 is in the green. N2 is about to enter the green. Intake temperatures are in the green. Oil temperatures in the green. Oil pressures in the green. Fuel quantities. Voltage. Everything is good there in the green. So engine instruments, monitor that. EIS, all normal. If you click here, it just kind of shows you what you're looking for. Sorry. EIS. Okay. So all that is good to go. Moving on. Engine ice protection as required. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. So we don't really need any engine ice protection. We are in the heat in Hawaii. So master oxygen switch set to on. On. Beautiful. Avionics initialization. Avionics initialization is complete. So yes, it is. So you can see everything is on here. We're going to clear our cautions. Click. We're going to turn on our bleed. Make sure our switch is set to on. Good. All right, and our start engine checklist is complete. Before taxi, set our comms, our GPS, our flight plan, and all that. I'll set up a tutorial for flight planning and autopilot and all that. So we're just going to call that good in our comms. ATIS, that's part of our comms. Make sure that we get obtain the clearance. Our altimeter, make sure our altimeter is set. So we're just going to press the B key on your keyboard, and you see everything resets there to the correct altimeter. If not, the baro is right here to set it, depending on the conditions and what air traffic control tells you what the altimeter is. Heading bug, we're going to be taking off runway 04. So we're going to set our heading bug here, down below, right here, to good. Initial altitude, our initial altitude, we're going to set to 4,000. Again, this is not going to cover the flight portion of it. 4,000, just like that. And flight controls, we're going to check that our flight controls are free and nothing is obstructing the aircraft. Make sure that our walk around was good. So moving around, good. Rudders, good. Forward, backwards. Everything feels good, smooth, nothing, no obstructions there. Okay, flight control's good. Just set our trim for takeoff. So our trim for takeoff on this aircraft is going to be 3 degrees. We're going to scroll down, up and down, 2, 3. Trim. Flaps set to 50%. Flaps here. Alright, next up is going to be press our toga button. That button is actually here on the side of the throttle. Look here, so we're going to press that on. Okay, flight director pitch 10 degrees. Check flight director pitch target is 10 degrees nose up. Look here. 10 degrees. There it is. Make sure our CAS messages are clear. The takeoff emergency battery is on, probe heat is off, parking brake, fuel quantity miscompare, that's fine. Parking brake release, and test the brakes by holding them and releasing them. Release our parking brake. Okay, and test. Perfect. Alright guys, and that completes your before taxi checklist. Let's move on to before takeoff. So departing brief is complete. Yep. Landing lights as required. So we're going to go ahead and turn on our landing lights. Good. Pitot heat on. Check. Okay. Engine ice protection as required. There's no icing conditions now, so we're good there. Wing stabilizer ice protection. Wing stabilizer pressure must be set to off. So let's just double check it is off. It is. Perfect. CAS messages are good. Takeoff fuel, okay, that's fine. Trim set trims to recommend takeoff parameters. We already did that. Flaps set to 50. We already did that. All right. Next up is takeoff emergency battery CAS. Verify it's not displayed, so that CAS message is no longer there. Good. Okay. MFD, configure the MFD panes as desired for flight. We're good. I like the MFD, how it's set up there. So that is pretty much it, guys. We just went through our before start engines, before taxi, before takeoff, and we are ready pretty much to taxi and commence the takeoff portion of the tutorial. As you can see, the plane is ready to go, set up. And yeah, so that's going to conclude this video here. If you guys enjoyed this portion of the tutorial, please let us know, leave a comment, drop a like, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to our channel for more tutorials just like this one, getting you set up and squared away to fly these beautiful airplanes in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the support. We really appreciate all of you guys, and as always, guys, happy flying. See you on the next video for the takeoff portion. See you.